In every genre there is a series with legendary status, and the shmup genre is littered with games from series that have not only lasted the passing of time, but have also continued to be a mainstay on the next generation of consoles that have been released. However, there are far few shmup series that have ever had the far-reaching influence and notoriety as the DoDonPachi or DoDonPachi series has. Being notorious as Cave's peak for hardcore shmups, the series has roots deep in the arcades that all started with the game DonPachi. I'll do a more focused, in-depth overview of the series in a future video, but it is important to touch on the history of such a special series. DoDonPachi DaiOuJou is the 4th game in the series, and a lot of people consider it to be one of the toughest and best made shmups ever. With that said, how does the game actually play? Well, I was not joking when I mentioned the series being notoriously hardcore. This thing is a titan of Cave development and a bitch of a challenge. This is not a game for people new to shmups, it will not ease you in, and it will not let you sit along for the ride. Visually, the game looks brilliant. In fact, you may recognise a lot of similarities to series that have been influenced by the very look and gameplay style this game has to offer. Backgrounds are detailed and look great, sprites are well designed and well animated, bosses are big bastards and throw insane bullet sweep patterns at you. The player has a choice of 2 different aircrafts with 2 different looks and bullet styles, and 3 dolls or characters. Your shot, fire and focus beam look great and are well animated. The game is fairly colourful and you will find you are fighting all manner of army based enemies. Once again, there have been so many clones of the visuals of this game that you'll be more than familiar with the look, even if you have never played any of the DonPachi series of games. Please bear in mind this is for the PS2 Black Label version, not the Xbox 360 Black Label version, of which I may do a video in the future. The music in this game is very tasty, a lot of synth and rock riff heavy tracks that have now become synonymous with Cave games. The sound effects are ballsy and really add to the immersion. The announcer for the game really reminds me of 90s and early 19 arcade ports, presented by Cave, with slightly modulated voice saying things like watch out, when a boss approaches, or good luck at the start of a level. This is quite endearing and still gets a chuckle every time I face a boss, until they wipe the smile off my happy face. Joking aside, this game does have an easy mode, which, as you would expect, is closer to normal mode on most other games. This game continues the controls from the previous games: 1 main shot, 1 focus shot and a bomb. Movement is really tight, and going from your main shot to your focus shot allows you to really quickly force your aircraft to slow down, stopping you from slamming into one of the bomb patterns which has just whirled past. It shows that the controls have been honed throughout the series and you won't get any arguments from most people in regard to the controls since they are well done. The game has a new addition to the on-screen HUD compared to the previous title, a hyperbar. This bar builds up by chaining, collecting golden B coins and, well, dying. Once this bar is filled, a hyper item drops down the screen for you to collect unless you're in a boss battle, and you can hold up to 5 of these at a time. Activating the hyper uses all these items up, allowing you to be invulnerable for a short period of time, depending on how many items you picked up. This shows as golden shot fire and golden beams from your aircraft. The downside to activating the hyper is that enemies' bullets become faster, putting the game in a harder difficulty mode, until you die or use a bomb attack. It will stay like this even when your hyper runs out. Whilst in the hyper mode, any uncollected hyper items become big stars for extra points. The biggest mark against this game, some people may say it as a plus, is that it is bloody hard. It's also not as fun as other games like Mushihime Sama or Viewpoint on Neo Geo. If you get good at this game, it is probably the most satisfying feeling you could have with a shmup. Now, I'm not bad at shmups, but I'm no world champion either. I can always hold my own for the first couple levels of DOJ on hard mode, then I'm always chewed up, spat out, trod on, lit on fire, pissed on, and then detonated with C4. Do you like shoot 'em up / shmups? Well, you are in luck. Shoot You Sir is a fanzine for shoot 'em up players. Created by Graham Pike of New Earth fame and Sly Asar of Sunaru Gaming, Shoot You Sir provides you with reviews, news, updates and other important information on shmups. You can download it for free, there is no subscription, just head over to slylsr.com/shoot-u-sir, click to download for free. I love the challenge this game provides though. I think that if I spent weeks playing this game alone in a locked room, I would feel the progression made in the skill level on the harder difficulties. Whenever I play this game for an hour or two and then go over to another shmup, I ace the other shmup. That makes me feel like a total badass. With all the joking aside, this game has its moments, and the difficulty spike allows you to feel very good when you get through the level without using a continue. This particular game in the series, along with a couple of the others, are so big for their boots that they will continue to be sought out by shmup enthusiasts. I would love to get a port of the entire DoDonPachi series onto Switch or PS5. If the M2 Shock Triggers team could get their hands on the rights to even DoDonPachi DaiOuJou, I think the internet and shmup fans would all jump for joy at the same time. There's a deeper story to the DonPachi series than you see on the surface level, with the game hinting at certain things and hiding certain endings behind skill walls that will take a lot of practice to beat. Please like, share, subscribe. I've been Sly and this is Sunaru Gaming.